First of all, that team that we just beat is a terrific team. They are a championship team. They're a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year, and they're going to be in the NCAA tournament again this year. They have got a really determined group, a really talented group. Really pleased with our team that we didn't play very well offensively, but we still had the grit and the commitment to guarding, and so we were able to win. So really proud.
Speaking defensively, how were you able to neutralize Jaleel Jenkins coming to the game 19 points per game in the first two, now 3 of 11 in this game? Let me see, 8 points.
Yeah, so that was our focus defensively, was to guard Jaleel Jenkins. He is a high-level shooter. Not just shooter, but player. I mean, he attacks, he gets fouled, he's just really good. I compared him to several players as we prepared for him. And James Harden is a stretch, but I really think Trae Young is a good comparison. He is so fast, he's hard to keep out of the lane, and what you didn't see tonight is he can really shoot deep threes off the dribble, and that's what makes him so hard to guard.
Coach, it was really a tough night for both teams from beyond the arc, but the biggest shot of the game came from Antoine Portley. It looked like you guys had the final possession there. The shot clock was off, yet he was willing to take and make that three. What does that say about somebody that you've gone on the record to say, when you make a list of people you can depend on, Antoine is right there at the top?
Yeah, we certainly trust AP. I thought Yvonne's three-pointer was really big as well. The play of the game was Chuba's charge. And so there were a lot of good plays, bad plays out there, but through my history as a coach, when you have a guy that's willing to stand in there with about a minute 12 in a one-possession game and just take it on the chest, just a huge play. The other thing that's so cool about this, and Joe DeBerry was kind enough to point it out, it's been 23 years since Fordham has started a year 2-0 against 2 Division I opponents. And so we talk at times, we haven't done it as much lately, about trying to achieve things that haven't been done here in Fordham basketball history. Well, this is one of those things that hasn't been achieved in a long time. And not only have we started 2-0, but we beat 2 postseason teams so far from last year.
Getting back to that Portley shot, you as a coach, you're standing right there in front of him, 18 on the shot clock, you just got the offensive rebound. Do you want him to bring that back out, reset, or are you okay with him just even?
Yeah, so I definitely didn't want him to bring it back out, because the best time to attack a defense is when they're scrambling, and one of the times when they're scrambling is after an offensive rebound. So, that's certainly a time to be in attack mode and trying to find a good shot.
Coach, this really felt like a game that maybe last year your team might have lost because of the lack of experience, bunch of young guys. What does that say about a year later to see this team really just fight and grit and not allow the game to get away from them, even though it felt like FDU had taken full control or all of the momentum down the stretch?
Yeah, so we did win games like this last year. The problem was we were in so many of these games that we won several, but we lost a lot of games by 3 points. This year we literally had 5 guys out there at the end of the game who had been through the A-10 battles, the A-10 wars. Whereas if you look at last year when we won these games, we probably had 3, maybe sometimes only 2, sometimes 4 guys on the court who were going through their freshman year. So just the fact that we have veterans on the court really does give us a good chance to finish off games.
Cobb obviously playing in his first game this year, and he did really well towards the end of the first half. He had, I believe, 2 possessions in a row where he got steals and led the fast break. What did you see from him on defense?
Yeah, so Jalen did play well defensively, and I really want to give our whole team credit. I really think we guarded FDU better than DePaul did. DePaul was really focused defensively and did a really good job against FDU. But Ertan Ghazi guarded the ball well. Jalen Cobb guarded the ball well. Tyrone Perry guarded the ball well. So it was very important in this game, and a lot of guys came through at that end.
Coach, you've emphasized that you want to play more inside out this year, and with Chuba and Onyi both having great games, and Chuba had 3 assists, even a couple to Onyi on some alley-oops. What do you like from what you've seen so far from both bigs and that connection that they made now a year more, another year together in the front court?
So first of all, Chuba and Onyi are the 2 most improved players on our roster. And, we're all just trying to get our rhythm this time of year. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about our players, but our opponents as well. Everyone's just trying to get a rhythm, and we've only played 2 games. So, really proud of how Onyi's developed. Chuba is one of our best players. And when we start making more perimeter shots, which, we had a lot of good looks from three. When we make those, it'll make those guys even better.
Last one for me is, are free throws starting to become a concern?
I would just say this. We have a lot of really good shooters. And so historically, and I've had great free throw shooting teams. I mean, I had two teams at Eastern Kentucky that ended up second in the country in free throw shooting. So typically, as you go through a season, you just get in a rhythm with it. And typically by Christmas break, I expect us to be a great free throw shooting team, if not sooner.
Moving forward, do you expect Ghazi to stay in the starting lineup and then have Jalen come off the bench, kind of be that sixth man? Is that something that you're probably going to keep moving forward with the lineup?
Yeah, so we don't care who starts. I expect Ghazi to start. I think he's one of our best players, but we don't care about that. Our guys are just trying to win.